Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Vision for the month of May. Papa's poem, Thy Name. I plunged into the depthless sea of life and came by the rarest gem, Thy name. I quaffed at all the founts of nectar till I tasted the sweetness of Thy name. I gazed at the stars, the sun, the moon. None I found had the brilliance of Thy name. My ears drank the varied strains of music. Verily none so entrancing as the rhythm of Thy name. I sought refuge in this and that, but met perfect shelter only in Thy name. For delight I strove in things great and small. Now I am blessed with bliss eternal in Thy name. From the editor. All spiritual practices, be it japa, dhyana or seva, they are undertaken with the sole purpose of keeping up continuous God remembrance. We have been told by our spiritual masters that the easiest method for constant remembrance is chanting of the divine name with total faith, devotion and the awareness of the purpose for which it is done, that is realizing our oneness with Him. Beloved Papa frequently emphasized that we should never forget the fact that we are not taking the name of a deity living in some far-off heaven. We are really repeating the name of our own immortal self, that is Atma Ram. He further said Ram is a synonym for self or Atman. You are already the self. You can be conscious of yourself by constantly remembering the self. So remembrance gives you awareness. Remembrance gives you awareness. It is already there. You were ignorant of it. You had forgotten about it. Forgetfulness can be removed by remembrance. Ignorance by awareness or knowledge. So you are repeating the name of your own immortal, infinite, eternal self. When we chant or sing the divine name, its melody like soothing rain quells the raging fires of turmoil in the mind and brings peace and quietude. We have also been forewarned that we can experience the sweetness of this peace only when certain outer conditions are fulfilled. For this our masters have emphasized that our outer life, family, professional, social, should be compatible with our inner aspiration. The divide between the outer and the inner should be demolished. Though we have read and heard these many times, we need to repeatedly reiterate this truth so that it will gradually percolate into our psyche. This month's issue of the Vision brings out various articles on the divine name and its importance. Papa's words: take the name with all faith you are capable of. Repeat it without a moment's break. Whether you are in the kitchen or engaged in fetching water, taking bath or walking in the street or doing any physical work. The name gives the divine vision by beloved Papa. When your heart rings with the music of the divine name, you may be sure that you have reached the most coveted state of union with God. When your heart rings with the music of the divine name, you may be sure that you have reached the most coveted state of union with God. The name is really an indissoluble bond between the devotee and his God. Like the confluence of the famous three sacred rivers, there is the confluence of devotee, name and God. Your whole being is now attuned to a celestial harmony, and you dwell always in the realm of immortal rapture and peace. The name generates a flood of divine love and splendor in your heart. For the name is the holiest of the holy and the light of lights. It illumines your thoughts and feelings and makes your life flow in a stream of peace and ecstasy. Therefore, sing on the most sweet and glorious name of God. Let it have complete hold on you, so that every part of your being may respond to its enthralling rhythm. The name has the power to cure you of all mental frailties, purify you of all uncleanliness, destroy all darkness and misery. Your name is God, and God is His name. People who are on the Godward path seek to know the easiest means to focus the mind upon Him, to arrest the restless nature of it, to realize His presence, and to get a glimpse of His vision. They struggle to achieve this end in various ways. Ramdas can assure them, with all the force of the blissful experience which God has granted him, that this nectarian name can in a moment bring them God vision, take them to the peak of spiritual illumination. The beauty of the relationship between the devotee and God is unsurpassing, as it is unique and most exalted. The devotee plays with his eternal. The devotee plays with his eternal beloved, talks to him, moves with him, sees him on all sides, live always in his company, and enjoys the rarest delight. For this communion, you need no philosophy, no rigorous discipline, no learning, no worldly wealth and possession. The more you are shorn of these obstructive appurtenances, the better for your approach and union with Him. Be simple, egoless, innocent, like a child, and have entire trust in Him, and He is yours. Have His name on your lips. Make your heart His throne. Your life be like a fragrant flower at His feet. Throw your pride to the dust by becoming humble. Life has no message for you if you have not attained to this blessed state. All else is vain and vexations. So let His name be your precious possession. To be His servant, be your honored status. To feel that you are His child, be your supreme privilege. To love, adore, serve Him, be the sole occupation of your life. Words of Sharada Devi, Holy Mother. One should practice japa and meditation at regular times, giving up idleness. While living at Dakshineshwar, I used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and practice japa and meditation. One day I felt a little indisposed and left the bed rather late. The next day I woke up still late through laziness. Gradually I found that I did not feel inclined to get up early at all. Then I said to myself, at last I have fallen a victim to laziness. Thereupon I began to force myself to get up early. Gradually I got back my former habit. In such matters, one should keep up the practice with unyielding resolution. Papa answers, devotee. How to stop the mind from running about even while repeating Ram Nam? Papa, that shows your devotion to God is not sufficiently strong. Pray to God within you to grant you intense devotion. By Abhyasa and Vairagya you can control the mind. Now your Abhyasa is not continuous. Vairagya is nil. Then how can you control the mind? Jnaneshwar says, first surrender yourself to God and then take His name. Surrender must come before repetition, not after. If you have got a keen longing for God and God alone, even if you lose the whole world, you will not mind. Whereas now your mind is restless, even if anything goes wrong slightly here and there. Vairagya comes through Ananya Bhakti, that is exclusive thought of God. I want you and you alone. My God, you are ever longing for God until He is realized. You want the joy of the eternal, but towards the transitory things there is dispassion, and towards God there is intense devotion. Both together, dispassion and practice of God remembrance will enable you to fix your mind upon God. At present your devotion is nothing. There is no earnestness in it. Repetition is done as a matter of routine. Mind is as restless as ever. You read the Bhagavad Gita, but you do not want to act up to the teachings of Krishna. In his sadhana days, Ramdas found himself in a state where, even if he tried to forget God, he could not do so. Devotee, Papa has written in the book In the Vision of God about a sadhu who did not find joy even though he had repeated God's name for 30 years. Oh, Papa, because he was repeating the name with the feeling that he was doing it. Let him repeat like that for 100 years. Still he will remain the same. Devotee, it is by God's grace that one starts repeating the name. Papa, but he must feel it. He goes on repeating day by day. He looks down upon others who are not repeating the name. I am repeating 20,000 times. I fasted, went to solitude, saw so many saints. He takes pride in it. People praise him, he gets puffed up. The bandicoot is inside. Even if he repeats Ram Nam lakhs of times, he cannot improve. Devotee, how can a sadhaka know whether he is progressing or not? But each one can read for oneself. If he examines his mind, what he is thinking, desiring, etc. You think. When there are cravings, desires, anchoring, do you think the mind is in tune with God? So many people admit I am repeating the name but mind is wondering what can I do? The cause is he thinks he is doing it. He must be humble enough to admit that God is doing it. Not merely orally saying, but feeling. Hari Om. It must become a consciousness. Whenever he is told that he is repeating the name, at once he must be able to say, God is making me repeat the name. Whenever he is told he is repeating the name, at once he must be able to say, God is making me repeat God's name. Our sufferings are due to the assumption that we are doing everything. So we are asked to surrender. I am nothing, O God, you are everything. I do nothing, O God, you do everything. We must pray to him so that we may remember him. Then our ego will slowly leave us. So in the background, while repeating the name, you must feel you are repeating the name of God who is in your heart. You must become conscious of the God within you. Then if you repeat the name with faith, love and devotion, gradually you become conscious of God's presence within, without and everywhere. That is the result of remembering God through repetition of His name. If there is not that remembrance, the repetition is mechanical. Excerpts from the Divine Mother by Swami Shuddhananda. 6 or 7 foreign devotees are present. Turning to the Mataji, asked them, do you feel happier talking, chit-chatting and so on? Or do you feel happier sitting still, silently chanting Ram Nam? They are at a loss for an answer. Though one or two remark, they would love to hear Mataji talk to them and tell them more stories. Mataji then elaborates. She says she asked them this question because chit-chatting and gossiping was considered the first step on the path of God realization. Fondness for the stories of saints and spiritual lore was the next or second step. The third was to love to sit silent, repeating Ram Nam and contemplating upon him. Mataji said she only wanted to ascertain how far they had progressed. All of them in chorus replied that they would love to sit still, silently chant Ram Nam. Another devotee asked Mataji how gossiping can be considered as the first step on the path of God realization. Mataji replied, after all, what is the world but composed of Papa's own form? So when you talk about worldly things, you are talking about Papa himself. Mataji, realization is not a joke. None of you has fulfilled even the first condition to realize it, namely love for his name. Without even this primary step, how can you hope to realize Papa, who pervades the whole universe and is within and without and is everything? Do you know why you have not developed a love for Ram? It is because Deha Buddhi, body consciousness, is clinging to you like an oil stain which can be washed away only if you apply soap vigorously to the affected portion. Chanting Ram Nam is the soap by which we can remove the stain of body consciousness. Really, Papa has made things so easy for us. All he has asked us to do is to repeat his God's name and assured us that everything will follow his train. Instead of doing this, what we do is to puff up and dance with pride that we have done this or we have done that. This pride is like Vajralepam to the body consciousness, making it stick to us harder than ever. A party of devotees from Hindupur, which was here for 4 days, came to take leave of Mataji. Mataji gave them prasad, asked them to sit in the room for a while. In reply to a question from one of the devotees who had already received Japamala, from Mataji. Mataji said, it is immaterial what name of God you take while telling the beads. It may be Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, or Om Namah Shivaya, or any other name. What is important is that we should repeat the name with all faith and fervor. Papa has not told me during the sadhana period that while doing the Nam Japa, I should bring into my mind Papa's universality. Go on saying, Papa, you are all-pervading, you are eternal. And then the wandering mind will stop roaming about on external objects and dive deep within you. Pray to Papa to reveal His eternal sorrow within you. We are asked to dedicate ourselves, tan, man, dhan, body, mind and wealth, to Him. So far as dhan is concerned, I have none. So the only way I could serve Papa was to dedicate tan and man, body and mind to Him. Papa told me to serve others looking upon them as His own form. While taking Ramnam mentally, I would bring into my mind all His divine attributes. You all may do the same. Regard whatever work you are now doing as His service. One more thing. Please send to the ashram once a month the total number of Ramnam chanted by you during the month. Words of Swami Sachidananda. Sweetness of Ramnam does not come easily. It comes only after long and intense practice. The nature of the sweetness is such that the mind craves for further enjoyment of the same. So if Ramnam is chanted for some time, the mind, losing all its restlessness, enters a state of stillness again. Only when one has enjoyed the sweetness of the name, one will wish to have it again. Till then one has to go by faith in the words of the Guru. By repeated efforts and regular practice, one can enjoy the sweetness for longer and longer periods until the mind loses itself in the name. When somebody talks to you pleasantly or unpleasantly, before you react to it in the normal way, chant Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram or any name of God mentally. This will prepare you to deal with the other person in a loving and kindly way. If you are able to meet every situation like this, you can be sure of a tension-free and anger-free life. Others may think it odd that you are not responding immediately while you are chanting Ramnam, but all will get used to that in due course. Let us not worry how others react to our ways. What is more important is how we react to others. Our thoughts and words should be such as to avoid hurting others' feelings. Everyone in the world has one problem or another. The hero is he who tackles them properly with strength and courage. The strength and courage you can get only from the Divine seated in your heart, by communion with Him, by chanting His name, and praying to Him as much as possible with all love and devotion. To take to the chanting of any name of God. Here we chant Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This will help you to purify and strengthen your mind, which is necessary to face the daily battle of life. You may take His name only if you feel the need to experience the peace and bliss of God. If you are satisfied with what the world gives you, you may not be tempted to think of anything higher. But those who have understood and experienced the transitory nature of things in the world will aspire for happiness that will abide with them always. As this eternal happiness can come only by God experience, one has to strive for attaining God. One of the means to attain God is the chanting of God's name. You should not be dejected when you are overpowered by sleep. Make it a point to keep chanting Ram Nam during all your waking hours. Sleep when you feel like sleeping and do not worry about it. Be sure that beloved Papa, who has awakened you from within and enabled you to start doing sadhana, will reveal himself in your heart in his own time. Take joy in the fact that he has made you walk on the path and you are sure to reach the goal. If you want to practice meditation and take to yoga, etc., you must first contact a saint who will guide you on the path. Do not start doing meditation or yoga asanas by merely reading books. The safest thing for you, if you are anxious to walk on the spiritual path, will be to take to the chanting of God's name with all love and devotion. God will guide you from within. If external guidance is needed, He will make you come in contact with a saint at the appropriate time. Japa and is purpose by Sri Chandraswami Udasi. The mantra is a phrase or formula bearing a certain meaning which affirms the existence of God, embodies a certain idea or feeling in relation to God, such as surrender unto the Lord, feeling of His divine presence, or it may excite devotion with a certain prayer raised unto the Lord. Some name of God or some mantra or phrase is selected according to one's faith and conviction. It is to be mentally or vocally chanted. It is to be repeated gently and calmly. Gradually the consciousness is centralized on the hearing of His name or mantra. This practice is called japa. Science may not prove it today, logic may also fail to do so, but experience has proved that such intonation and repetition of God's name has a marvelous effect in tuning the mind itself and the spirit that is all and beyond all. There is tremendous power in the name of the Lord. Lord's grace does descend through His name on one who faithfully and who wholeheartedly repeats it. This is a fact confirmed and reconfirmed by the saints of all religions. The proper place for concentration on Lord's name or mantra is the heart center, which corresponds to the cardiac center as known in physiology and is called the Anahata Chakra in yogic parlance. Let it be pointed out here that the shorter the mantra or the word, better it is because it becomes easier to concentrate upon it. The japa of any name of God or of any mantra can also be practiced by connecting that name or that mantra with the rhythmic incoming and outgoing of breath and chanting it mentally. The practice of japa can lead to the highest spiritual experience. In fact, the japa itself turns in its advanced stage into a deep and dynamic spiritual concentration. As such, by becoming a dynamic concentration, it brings about an extraordinary transformation in the external life of the sadhaka who practices this regularly and sincerely. This is the real reason why, as verified by religious history, even many bad characters who took to japa got transmuted into great saints. There have been many saints who devoted themselves to this method of spiritual concentration alone and to none other and realized God. Nama is synonymous with God by Sri Gondavadekar Maharaj. Nama is the name of God considered as a means of attaining God. There is no distinction among the different appellations by which different people may be called in God. Nama is the connecting link between an individual soul and the cosmic soul. It is the means as well as the end. It has its beginning in Saguna. It ends in Nirguna. God, the ultimate reality, is abstract, attributeless, formless, intangible. He first got his Nama only when he manifested in a tangible form. So Nama is Saguna. Nama persists even after the tangible form ceases to exist. So it can be termed Nirguna. So whether one worships a tangible representation or an attributeless abstract concept of God, Nama is the common foundation. Nama is extremely fine, subtle, and so is Vritti. Nama is therefore the connecting link between Vritti and God. Repeating Nama will cleanse and purify Vritti. Thereby the mind will be clarified, peaceful, stable, free of all agitation, and this will eventually strengthen faith. In olden times, a bride was initially a complete stranger to the bridegroom's family, and yet she completely merged her personality, her individuality with her husband. Vritti should similarly merge and lose itself in Nama. Normally, Vritti is mentioned thoughts. Food has some taste of its own. Adding our relish to its taste, we eat the food. Nama without a taste of its own will gain sweetness in proportion to our relish for it. Roads converge on Pandharpur from different directions. However, for darshan, all have to join the common queue. Similarly, whatever their sadhana, all must finally take recourse to Nama. The bliss that Nama is can be realized by uttering Nama, listening to it with one's ears, and forgetting oneself in the process. We completely identify ourselves with our name. So is God completely identified with the name. The Nama that we chant today continues unchanged, but it becomes increasingly comprehensive and meaningful. Finally, one experiences identity with God. Water is an essential component of the living body. So should Nama become an integral part of ourselves. It should so thoroughly pervade our being that it should only cease with the last breath. Nama should become such an integral part of our life, and that Nama and life cease together. And an adherent to Nama will realize that it is nothing but sheer bliss. The name is light by Dev Papa. Man often is like a scared animal in the midst of dangers. He is lacking the inner peace and joy of his immortal life, as he has failed to probe the depth of his being, in which dwells the radiant truth, which is absolute existence, consciousness, and bliss. He gropes merely on the surface, without realizing his true and divine nature and existence. Hence he is full of fears, doubts, and anxieties, and he believes that he is merely a mental and physical being, subject to change and ultimate dissolution. To free himself from the bondage of this degrading ignorance, he ought to contemplate on the indwelling divinity and experience his union and identity with him. His restless and uncontrolled mind has cast a mantle upon his real being and made his life fitful and discontented. It is admitted by all votaries of the divine name that the practice of chanting the sweet name of the eternal beloved arrests distracting thoughts, subdues unregulated desires, enlightens the intellect. The divine name, after enabling its devotees to achieve through concentration of mind, helps to draw the mind inward and attain complete absorption in the eternal reality, which in its turn takes him to the supreme goal of self-surrender. Self-surrender is not merely a mental attitude, but is a beatific state born of the union of the soul with God. Man tries various methods to dispel ignorance and obtain divine knowledge, but he does not follow the easiest path by which he can divinize his life fully in all its aspects. The divine name is the way, the means, and the goal. For it stands for the highest truth, the supreme Godhead. The name unlocks the fountain of your heart. Flood your being with immortal light, knowledge, peace, and joy. It grants you the loftiest vision and experience. If you are really a lover of the name, it ought to run in your mind and on your tongue ceaselessly. Then you will know that its power is infallible. It is not enough if you merely accept and believe in the greatness and glory of the name. You should become its ardent devotee and repeat it so constantly that its enthralling music should thrill, illumine, elevate, and sweeten your entire life. To take refuge in the name and earn everlasting felicity, power, and peace. Japa leads to jnana. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi answers. Devotee, is not mental japa better than oral japa? Maharshi, oral japa consists of sounds. The sounds arise from thoughts. For one must think before one expresses the thought in words. Thoughts form the mind. Therefore, mental japa is better than oral japa. Devotee, should we not contemplate the japa and repeat it orally also? Maharshi, when the japa becomes mental, where is the need for the sounds thereof? Japa becoming mental becomes contemplation, dhyana. Dhyana, contemplation, mental japa are the same. When thoughts cease to be promiscuous and one thought persists to the exclusion of all others, it is said to be contemplation. The object of japa or dhyana is the exclusion of several thoughts, confining oneself to one single thought. Then that thought too vanishes into its source, absolute consciousness, that is the self. The mind engages in japa and then sinks into its own source. Devotee, Sri Bhagavan has said in one of the works that the japa must be traced to its source. Is it not the mind that is meant? Maharshi, all these are only the workings of the mind. Japa helps to fix the mind to a single thought. All other thoughts are first subordinated until they disappear. When it becomes mental, it is called dhyana. Dhyana is your true nature. It is however called dhyana because it is made with effort. Effort is necessary so long as thoughts are promiscuous. Because you are with other thoughts, you call the continuity of a single thought or meditation or dhyana. If the dhyana becomes effortless, it will be found to be your real nature. Maharshi, you are always repeating the mantra automatically. If you are not aware of the ajapa, unspoken chant, which is eternally going on, you should take to japa. Japa is made with an effort. The effort is meant to ward off other thoughts. Then the japa becomes mental and internal. Finally it is ajapa, and the eternal nature will be released. For it will be found to be going on even without your effort. The effortless state is the state of realization. Benefits of japa by Swami Shivananda. Japa is a marvelous divine soap for the mind. Japa gives a nice, refreshing, exhilarating spiritual bath. If it wonderfully washes the subtle body or astral body, it cleanses it of its various kinds of impurities. Japa purifies the heart. Japa steadies the mind. It destroys the Shadribhus. It destroys birth and death. Japa burns the sins. Japa scorches samskaras. Japa annihilates attachment, induces vairagya. Japa roots out all desires and makes one fearless. Japa removes the delusion and gives supreme peace. Japa develops prema and unites the devotee with the Lord. Japa gives health, wealth, strength and long life. Japa brings God consciousness. Japa awakens Kundalini, bestows eternal bliss. Santosha or contentment, Shanti or peace of mind, balance of mind, inner spiritual strength, fearlessness, absence of irritability of mind are some of the signs of spiritual progress. These are the fruits of practice of japa of any mantra. When allopathy, homeopathy, chromopathy, naturopathy, ayurveda and other pathis fail to cure a disease, the divine namapathy alone can save you. Name of the Lord is a sovereign specific, a sheet anchor, an infallible panacea, and a cure-all for all diseases. It is an ideal of supreme pick-me-up in gloom and despair, in depression and sorrow, in the daily battle of the struggle for existence. Name of the Lord is the seed of the tree of spirituality. It is the destroyer of the impurities of the mind. It bestows supreme peace, eternal bliss, infinite knowledge. It infuses divine love in the hearts of the reciter. It is the fountainhead of all happiness. May the name, the giver of immortality, remove all your fears and bring solace and supreme joy to all. Name of Sri Rama is sweeter than the sweetest of objects. It is the haven of peace. It is the very life of your soul. It is the purifier. of all purifying agencies. It quenches the consuming fire of worldly desires. It awakens the knowledge of God which is dormant in our hearts. It bathes the aspirant in the ocean of divine bliss. Glory to Sri Rama and his name. The most heinous sins of men disappear immediately if they remember the Lord even for a moment. There is a mysterious power in the name. There is an inscrutable Shakti in God's name. All the divine potencies are hidden in God's name. Constant remembrance of the Lord will eradicate all miseries and sorrows and will confer immortality, bliss and peace on the devotee. Name of the Lord is a potent, unfailing antidote for those who are bitten by the serpent of samsara. It is a nectar, amrita, that can confer immortality and perennial peace. There is Chaitanya in every letter of the mantra. Through repetition of the mantra, there is spiritual awakening. Spiritual currents are generated. Tamas and rajas are destroyed. He, the aspirant, is filled with pure sattva. He becomes identical with the object of worship. He attains the same world of, or proximity with, or the same form of, or absorption into the Lord. Mantra by Ekanath Ishwaran. A mantra is a powerful spiritual formula which, when repeated silently in the mind, has the capacity to transform consciousness. There is nothing magical about this. It is simply a matter of practice. The mantra is a short, powerful spiritual formula for the highest power we can conceive of, whether we call it God or the ultimate reality or the self within. Whatever name we use, with the mantra we are calling up what is best and deepest in ourselves. The mantra has appeared in every major spiritual tradition, West and East, because it fills a deep, universal need in the human heart. Select a mantra that appeals to you. Every religious tradition has a mantra, often more than one, but you need not subscribe to any religion to benefit from the mantra. You simply have to be willing to try it. Choose whichever version of the holy name appeals to you. And once you have chosen a mantra, do not change it. If you do, you will be like a person digging shallow holes in many places. You will never go deep enough to find water. Unlike meditation, which involves sitting quietly and silently repeating a memorized passage, the mantra can be repeated under almost any circumstances, and it is so brief that it will come to your mind under even the most agitating circumstances. In fact, that is often just when you will want it. The mantra is most effective when repeated silently in the mind. Repeat the mantra whenever you get the chance, while walking, while waiting, while doing mechanical chores like washing dishes, and especially when you are falling asleep. Whenever you are angry or afraid, nervous or hurried or resentful, repeat the holy name until the agitation in your mind subsides. Do not make up your own version of the mantra, but use a formula that has been sanctioned by centuries of devout tradition. If you repeat it sincerely and systematically, it will go deeper with every repetition. It can be with you even in the uttermost depth of your consciousness, as you will discover for yourself when you find it reverberating in a dream, or deeper still during your deepest sleep. Swami Shantananda Puri on Japa. In chanting the mantras or names of God, the number of times chanted, arithmetic of it, is not important, as the faith, exclusive devotion and love of God of the seeker who chants. in an effort to tame the mind and senses. Some people torture the body in various ways. These efforts have only a very limited effect. Only by invoking the Lord's grace through satsang, japa, prayer, meditation, can mental upheaval be subjugated. When a body is shaken with passion, for most even inquiry or vichara becomes powerless. Japa is the easiest approach, for through japa one is easily brought to meditation. When one becomes more and more accomplished in the practice of japa, they find that they are becoming more and more absorbed in the samadhi state. Many spiritual sadhakas complain that when they sit for meditation, the mind remains restless, full of various thoughts, and refuses to do japa, chanting of the sacred syllables of God, or think of God continuously. So long as we remain slaves of desires for worldly enjoyment, wealth, power, etc., our mind can never concentrate on God or get established in any type of meditation. To one who has meditated and dived deep in japa and prayer to the Lord, and whose being has become as pure as the lotus, the world is not considered as crow droppings. It is seen as the manifestation of the Lord's play or drama. If we do japa, chanting of the mantra, or one-pointed concentration on the Brahman Atman, the mind becomes enomai, manonasha, one day. Chanting of mantras repeatedly, daily, for as many hours as possible, keeping our attention on the Supreme Being is called japa. This japa alone will take one to meditation, samadhi state of super consciousness. Japa by Swami Chinmayananda Ji. Japa is a technique by which the japist tries to maintain a constant stream of the same divine thoughts in the mind. All other sacrifices, be they on the path of devotion or on the path of action or on the path of knowledge, are ritualistic or meditative attempts for a given period of time to restrain the mind in one channel or deliberate thought. As such, in one form or the other, thought repetition of the same species is the attempt in all sadhana. No doubt japa is a path in itself, having an independent existence of its own. But at the same time, in one form or the other, it is the core of all the paths. The japa yajna is glorified, not only because it is the essential core of all other yajnas, but also because it transcends them all as an independent path in itself. Unbroken remembrance of the self is the very experience of perfection and the moment of perfect intellectual tranquility, samadhi. Dear children, a man wanted to propitiate a devil to make it do whatever he wanted. So he did the necessary sadhana to that end, and by the power of some mantra he was able to summon the devil before him. The devil said it would obey his commands, but on one condition: if at any time you do not give me work, I will devour you. You must keep me engaged all the 24 hours. The man agreed. He immediately gave an order to build a palace for him. To his great wonder, the palace was built in no time. Then he gave an order for a long road to be made ready. The work was also executed in a short time. Next minute the devil was standing before him asking for some work. He had no time even to think. He gave an order to build a big town. It was ready within 10 minutes. Now the man was perplexed and afraid. He did not know what new orders to give. If he did not give any work, he would be eaten by the devil. He hastened to a holy man and asked for advice. The holy man suggested that he might get a bamboo pole, plant it in the ground, and ask the devil to climb it up and down until further orders. He did so, and the devil was bound to carry out the order. This meant no rest whatever for the devil. Finally, it got disgusted and ran away. Now, in your case, Rama Mantra is the pole, and the ego is the devil that teases you. Ask him to go up and down the pole repeatedly. He will soon get tired and run away. Ram Nam is given to you in order to subdue the ego. The ego must be made to disappear by its own endeavor. Swami Chidananda Ji, take shelter in the divine name. Do japa with faith, with devotion, with deceit-free nature, and feeling the presence of the divine. God is here and now. He is all-pervading. Therefore, when I call Him, He immediately looks at me with a glance of grace, showering grace upon me because He is not far off. He is close to me. With this great understanding, take to the practice of the divine name. Name is the great liberating force that can help you cross the ocean of samsara. Epistles of Swami Ramdas. Beloved Ram, everything happens by God's will, and always for good is the Mahavakya, which instills into the heart of man faith, freedom and peace. We are neither weak nor strong. We are merely instruments in the hands of God. Let us be conscious of this and be ever free, cheerful and contented. Let us not worry over anything. The divine name is greater than any philosophy in the world. The divine name is the key by which we could in practical life open the gates that take us to the kingdom of immortal bliss and peace. Fixing the mind on the sound of His name is the easiest way for concentration. Take it that the sound of name is itself a symbol of God. By gradual practice, the external repetitions lead to an automatic function of the name in the mind. When thus the name comes into the mind constantly, you will attain concentration. By sadhana, the restless nature of the mind is curbed. In memoriam, Sri Uday Vannavar, aged 71, grandson of Virat Papa's brother Sri Dinkar Rao, was called by Virat Papa on the 22nd of January 2021. Sri B. Narsingh Raj, aged 83, an ardent devotee of the ashram from Hyderabad, dropped his mortal coil on the 9th April 2021. By the Lord's abundant grace, he was calm and peaceful at the time of passing away. We pray for Virat Papa's blessings on the dear departed soul, for eternal rest and peace at his lotus feet. 15,500 crore Nam Japa Yajna, the total Japa received in the third round of the Yajna for world peace in the month of March is 220 crores. The grand total of the Japa done so far in this round now stands at 9,996 crores. Thought for the month. The divine name is a powerful boat that takes man across the whirlpools of life to the haven of his eternal and spiritual nature. His name transforms man from human to the divine. To be in tune with the name is to be in tune with the infinite truth, and thus to transmute the lower, stumbling, ignorant human nature into the glorious, self-illumined nature. As our mainstay is chanting of God's name in the ashram, it is all the more important that we keep on going through these articles. Though we have faith, probably maybe surface faith, we have to develop the inner faith and finally trust in Him. So Papa is gracious enough to prompt us to think on these. Not only through his own words, he is speaking us through many other Mahatmas. Hearing is all right. Today you are blessed with all these thoughts. But again the mind is crowded with so many other thoughts. So every now and then this thought has to be given thrust. Otherwise, we all know, we have been chanting for decades now. But even a slight incident upsets us, We are unable to accept the reality. So that is because we are unable to understand. Now we understand. Previously we understood, but we forgot. In the midst of so many thoughts, guiding us, old thoughts, where we have got fixed notions, fixed prejudices, biased views, we are unable to accept. Mataji says because of Dehavati. So we have to keep on reading these articles again and again and again, and not merely reading and chanting on. When we read this, we get the feeling that mental chanting is far more effective than oral chanting. But whenever it is possible, we have to do the oral chanting also, because this is an institution where people come. So when they come, first they should hear the chanting. So somebody has to do the chanting also. So oral chanting is okay, but far more important is mental chanting. So we will do the oral chanting, but we will more concentrate on the mental chanting. Today we get more clarity on the word ajapa japa. It is not a japa at all. Japa, it has been clarified that it is done with an effort. I want to do japa. I am going for a japa session. I am doing Ram Nam. It is an effort is involved. Unlike the breath that goes in and unlike the blood circulation, unlike the heartbeat, it is not automatic. It is not spontaneous. So when the japa becomes spontaneous, without effort, that is called ajapa. So that's a good point. So when are you going to give me that ajapa state? I nowadays, set apart some time for Nam Japa. Unknowingly I feel that will help me. It helps me. Something is better than nothing, no doubt. But that is not my end. That is not my ultimate aim. My ultimate aim is to feel your presence. So now today you have given me the clue, ajapa. So the japa should become ajapa. And another point is mental chanting itself is jnana. There are many words which where we feel get aligned, So kindly keep on thinking. This will come to you on 1st of May. Keep on. Let us all keep on thinking about the various facets, beautifully brought out as a package. There are many things we have talked about it. We will see whether it can be continued next month. Because that is the mainstay of the ashram. Papa's music, everything, he dances with the joy of the man. So, other things are side issues. So we pray to him. You have given us so much, you have clarified so much, many of our doubts. But the actually doing it, that you kindly bless us. The burning aspiration, intense doing it, millenniagati, then dive deep, so that the Abdi becomes one with the ocean. The individual becomes one with the cosmic soul. Hari Om. Tomorrow, we have been told by the health department that they will be here by this time for our second vaccination. So there won't be any suspect as such. At what time they will come, we are not sure. But last time they were here by 3 o'clock, and it went on till 5:30. And you may spread the news. Those who have taken the first, let them all come. Those who are having the mobile, they can show the certificate, or they can take a printout and give. And it will be over. This time it may not take much time, but everybody may be informed. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.